It's a video right here about, I just got it back from the dealer. Only thing they did was they went and they did a service, so they greased everything, did the oil and all that, and then when they were there, they seen one of the axles was the boot was blown out. It was clicking, but I didn't even say nothing about it because I forgot to. So they went ahead and they did that too. And I got some goodies in here. If you can guess the title of the video, I got some shock therapy stuff, the little jumper harness for the lights, so I can have the new cover I installed light up, and I also bought an RPM clutch cover fan or clutch fan to put in there with the snorkel kit. Yeah, it goes like right there. And yeah, man. You working or you acting like you working?
You know what I'm saying? I'm working, baby. Gotta make this money so I
It's
can
Friday,
be like
right?
you, man. You know,
it's Friday, right?
We doing
now I'm trying to be like you. You can't be like me. I'm trying to be like you. That don't make no damn sense.
we doing some Friday things today.
Oh shit! I ain't trying to blow my car up. What do you mean? What do you mean Friday things?
We gonna do some things.
All right. So first thing first, I took off that. Then I took this fender off, and then I took that top part off. And now all I got to do is remove this and then put the first part of the snorkel on and the rest of the little pieces, and I should be done. With this video, I really didn't want to get too in depth because this is a long ass process and I wanted to just get it done before it gets dark. And yeah, so, put the air filter housing back on and shit, and yeah, that's the progress. Yeah,
That's a lot of progress.
took a lot of shit off too. Gotta put all the right now I'm gonna put all the hoses up on there, and then I'll click back in. It's dark outside. I got all the intake boots on, nice and tight. The exhaust boot on. The only one I actually have to put a clamp on is this one right here, but that's easy. Other thing I would like to note is it tells you to have a certain hose that you put on here, back here for the it's the front intake or the front exhaust for the CTV. They gave you the wrong part number, and I figured it out. It took me a little bit because I was like, damn, do I not have the right one? So I look it up. I was like, you know what, let me just try to fit it on. I fit it on, it was perfect. And yeah, now where I'm at is just tightening the rest of the clamps up and then slapping it back together. It's the very next day. Put everything else on, man. You know, the clamps that hold everything from the back to the front. Put the rear window back on. I had to cut it actually. Horrible cuts. Don't tell nobody. Don't show nobody. Don't show any of your friends this. But yeah. So I got everything on. Alright, it has this this little elbow that goes right there. I put that heat sleeve, heat tape stuff there. I didn't know if that's exactly where it goes. I still have to put this on for this to light up. This is where I tapped in. I bought this on eBay. It's got a zip tie, everything, run the wires, and this would work. And also today I'm gonna put on the shock therapy front and rear, these things, these end links, sway bar end links. Also, what else do I have to do? Boom, bam, boom. Oh, this is where I fucked up. I bought this RPM clutch fan, right? Not knowing that when you go on RPM, when you look at the bottom, it says that it does not work with this snorkel kit, but that does not work with this kit, because it would go right here. But I'm not cutting this. It would look horrible if I cut it. There's no way to actually get rid of these ridges anyways if I were to cut it, so it would look so fucking disgusting. So what I'm not gonna do is cut it. And plus, even if I did cut it to try to make it work, yeah, it just wouldn't fucking work. It'd be too much modifications. It's just not even fucking worth it at this point. Got that cooler only because my belt started getting hot with this new clutch cover. I seen like 160 and it normally says like 130 the highest, and 160 started beeping saying, I think a little over 160, like 170ish. It was saying the belt was getting hot. So I really beat on this thing. That's why I bought it, you know, to beat on it. I didn't buy it just to fucking have it sit in the fucking garage and shit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna hope to God that when I go out and test this snorkel kit, that it actually keeps the belts cooler. If not, then what I will do is I'll just end up trying to make that little fan kit work. So before I return it, I'm gonna go beat on it probably tonight. Actually not tonight, probably in a couple hours, just because I want to do it while it's hot, you know, not when it's really cool outside, just so I can get the belt, just go to see if I can get the belt to get as hot as it did that one day. But yeah, there's a shock therapy box. I'm gonna go on the lift right now, and yeah, see you guys on the lift. So it is on the lift. I got it up just a little bit. I already had it up actually, and then brought it back down a little bit. Front and rear. Let's start with the rear first. Alright, I already took this one off. Right? So just to be clear, it comes with one bolt, and that one bolt is for the top, because the top actually stays on here. Alright, now the sway bar is super loose. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm just gonna put this together. Got the front ones in. It's settling. I just took it on the drive. Put this light back on. Also, I cut the space for the shock so it wouldn't hit it. Put the rear on. Looking good. And these little mud flaps, they already putting in work. Right here is a connection for the tail light where I ran it up around, zip tied it up there, and it comes right here. I actually have to go home and grab the little adapter piece for this so that this can work. That's the last thing I got to do, obviously. And yeah, damn, this shit fucking pulling this fucking tire off. I think I loaded it without the ramps hella times. I gotta stop doing that. Yeah, man, it'll be ready. It's ready to go. Still gotta take some of this dust off from where I had to cut to make it work. This back windshield, man, it's pretty shitty in my opinion. Look how it mounts. Doesn't even like perfectly go into the side by side. When I cut a little too far. I wish I would have got a little closer to here, just so it would, you know, let some of that dust, it would stop some of that dust from coming back in. As you can see, cutting this plastic windshield, whatever material this is made out of, doesn't really cut too well. Leaves a lot of burrs and stuff because you're obviously melting it when you're cutting it. Yeah, I figured out, man. So this little heat shit I put right there, it actually goes on this. I realized it because on the factory cover that comes on here, it has it on the other side. So I hope that doesn't mess with anything. Doesn't make my belt temps go up. Hopefully it doesn't. But yeah, man, pretty much done here. This windshield, I'm actually waiting for my bent metal windshield to come in, and I'm gonna replace it. I actually got the windshield wiper with the dome light, so I'll be making an install video on that shit too. I actually put my other mirror on here too. Got rid of the other one. I got the one to match that one that I replaced. And yeah, man, I really want to get rid of this windshield, man. It's pretty shitty. Really fucking shitty. And I got the double wiper going on. Nobody fucking does this. Get the right one the first time. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking shit. This shit's fucked up too. Yeah, man, that's the end of this video. It's how to put a fucking snorkel kit on. Any questions, hit me up. I'll respond. This shit was a bitch. Easy, but it was a bitch because you had to take everything the fuck off. Pretty much, if you're gonna do this, I would say give yourself like a whole fucking day. Like start at like fucking AM and you're gonna end at PM because this is a lot of fucking shit. Yesterday I probably put like 5 hours towards this, mostly because the part numbers are off and everything. Just whenever you go to put this in, remember this is the one that actually goes to the engine. These two are the exhaust and intake, as well as this is the exhaust and intake for the belt. This intake one, you have to, I repeat, you have to look. It's the smallest one. So if you do not put it on first and then put on the front tray that actually holds the intercooler and everything, you will have hella trouble. I would say definitely pull that tray off that holds the intercooler, because if you do not, it's going to be really, really hard to put everything in exactly how it tells you on the instructions. Just follow the instructions and there's no way you should do any of this wrong. The only thing that sucks with the instructions is if you're putting something together, man, just look and make sure that you're using the correct part number. But this is not going to be the correct part number. That's the only thing I think out of everything that I got from the kit that wasn't the correct part number, and that did stump me and had me sitting there like, fuck, is this the right one? Is it not? That is the only difference. Other than that, man, it's pretty simple install. Whenever you put in these and screwing these onto here, it's good. It's best to have like a little gun to use, just because you have to push these back and then screw them in, and just go real slow so you don't cross thread anything. I mean, I'm cross thread king, but shit, I didn't cross thread this shit, man. I put everything on perfect, as factory as I could. And I went with factory because a lot of people say like, if you don't go factory, your belt will actually get hot. And I'm already having a cooling issue with this belt, with the belt, just because I put this cover on here. It's a nice cover and all, but if you know, the factory cover actually sits closer into the clutches, and I think that's what keeps it cooler, because right now I am actually getting hotter. I haven't even tried to test it yet, so I'm gonna test with the actual snorkels and beat the fuck out of this shit to see if that actually helps these snorkels. I really hope they do, because if not, I'll probably have to somehow modify the snorkel kit to use the fan kit, just to help me draw some of that cool air back into the clutches. And yeah, man, it's a pretty simple install. It's just a bits. Have to take everything off, man. This pops right off if you want to see it one last time. Yeah, man, just take your time. It won't be too hard. And that's it.